Well, hello, folks. How about that? It's Sunday, and I'm back again. Just, just feel like kind of chit chatting a little bit again. Cheers. Weather's been, it's been a funky, um, it's been a funky winter here in Nebraska. We have hardly had any snow, but it's up and down cold. It's cold again today, down to 13 degrees right now. But no snow, dang it. We need the moisture, is what I'm saying. Cheers, people. Thanks for sharing your thoughts yesterday, folks. We're in this together. I don't know why we can't stand together a little better, a little more united. Us versus them. That's why I personally do not like to use terms. Other people identify you in their minds, but I don't identify me in my mind like other people do. Yes. Yep. So on the positive tip, the thing that I'm hearing from you is that people are really liking the music. Document one in elegy moment, those chords, someone mentioned those in particular. Thank you, folks. More to come. It's saving my soul. It is. But the thing I was almost about to say regarding the political thing is, and identity is, I do not identify as left or right or centrist or progressive or conservative. All of those words are, to my mind, and I think I'm seeing this pretty clearly, identifying yourself as such is a death knell. It just divides us more and more. I'm a human being. I care about you and me. What more do we need? Well, when it comes to materialism, which is what we're living under as opposed to something more altruistic, we got to divide and conquer so I can get mines. I can get mines. So that's why I have no faith in or false hope in any government agencies or leaders. Their self interest always trumps the larger issues. I see. I'll show a couple of meat records in a second. I do see through the filter of, and everything is filtered. No one is unbiased. People say, "Oh, go here. This is unbiased." Bullshit. Everyone's got a bias. So what I'm saying is, I know that there are some individual politicians. Can't think of the woman's name who brings out the charts and tries to school people in Congress or wherever. They try, but it's so few. And it's just so obvious who owns everything because the mainstream media is owned by corporate structures, and they dictate what the news outlets and the media says. And they've completely whitewashed the criminal Trump. They call him the President Trump. Nothing about convicted felon. This is a disservice to the world. It is all because of power and money. That's what I'm against. I'm not against ultra rights or anybody. I love them all. I would like to love them all. I do. I'd like for us all to get along. This division is really foolish. It seems idealistic, but it's possible. So that's why that's where my sensibilities lie. So, a little bit of music for you. Jumped way into the past yesterday and played most of this, Vanilla Fudge. So this is back in their beginnings, and they're just doing all these covers in their histrionic, very overly dramatic way. But that opened the door for everyone. They showed this band is so historically important. I mean, we can thank them for bringing us Led Zeppelin in many ways in America. And people talk about John Bonham's drumming. Well, John Bonham picked up some of the things that he's best known for from Carmen Apiece, Appice, whichever one he prefers. The singing on this is a bit much to take because it's just over the top. But the playing is killer. Really enjoyed that yesterday. Listen to some old Soft Machine. Wonderland. These are old recordings. Some live, some probably demos. This is back when David Allen is still in the band. Kevin Ayers is also on a couple of tracks on here. Still thinking about the passing of Mike Ratledge. Huge influence on me, this band. Huge. I listened to some more of this. This is a great album. Peter Gabriel knows what the fuck he's doing. He sure does. And this band, interesting band with an interesting history. Underworld. Carl Hyde actually worked for Prince for a while. And their records are weird because they're great with their beats, and they do the rave thing like nobody else. But then they'll do these odd tracks on the albums. And you're just like, well, I don't quite know where they were going here. But they always redeem it. So this has a couple of tracks that are just incredibly repeatable. The last one, Nylon Strung. I imagine that their titles are a lot like my titles, just working titles. It's not that they have any meaning. If they do, it's a private meaning to the writer. My records, the titles aren't important for the most part. Every now and then something will say, oh, that's what this is. But mostly it's just a working title. Something else I listen to, because like I said, I got my CD player cranked back up. Regular Fries. Just something I took a chance on for $1 way back in the day. When I listened to this last night, it sounded like this probably came from the time period, and let me check. 1998. Sounds kind of baggy. They don't sound like the Stone Roses, but they sound like it's from that time period. And the singer sounds like he's smoked way too much crack or something. Very, very drowsy. But the music is kind of cool. Regular Fries. They kind of jam out. And then it has a hidden track, which I noticed because this was enjoyable. The last track on this just went on for 8 minutes. Mars Hotel remix. And then at the end of it, I was doing something over here on the computer, but I looked over and saw that the counter on the CD player was still going, so there was a hidden track. So I went ahead and went forward to the hidden track, and it was just some junk, but that's kind of fun. It's one of those things that I wonder if anyone, and I bet there's probably some nerd or someone like me who has bothered to make a list of what CDs do I have that I've discovered have hidden tracks, because I can't remember. I know there's several, in my collection with hidden tracks, but you don't always discover them. And it's cool because of the way they do it, because it happens easily with CDs that the CD's on, it's playing, it ends. You're doing something, you don't change the CD, and then minutes later, here comes some more music. Well, hidden tracks. Hidden tracks. Nothing is standing out to me to, oh, yes, it is. Okay, I've been forgetting this. So I don't know if this person is still watching. Stanlow Crickets. He sent me, I'm pretty sure it's a he, years ago sent me a gift. The main thing were the gifts, but, well, the whole thing is the main thing. It was the first time that I had one of these. This is, so Stanlow Crickets Aviary. And what we have here is a hybrid CDR lathe cut disc, which means, this is cool, I listen to some of it, it's birds. What it means is that this is a CD, compact disc, CDR, on one side, and on the other side it's playable. See the outside grooves? Those are grooves. And so you can play it like it's a record as well as a CD. Now what's cool is Stanlow Crickets, I forget if that's, excuse me, if it's you, Kozaletsky. I'm thinking that might be you. They also sent me this gift of my music on a hybrid disc, along with a little adapter, like 45 RPM adapter, so you can play it. And what we have here is my digital release called Solstice on a CDR with a really cool loop of the track Tide playable on this side. Now what's cool is I hadn't listened to this in quite a while, and I played it yesterday or the day before, and it was really captivating because the grooves on here and the signal in the grooves is really faint, like it's barely there. So it's like it's coming through this gauze, this fog. So it sounds like it's being transmitted from far away, and makes it ghostly and really cool. The digital release Solstice is still on my Bandcamp that this is from. This is really cool, and I just wanted to just thank you. This, I forget how many years ago this was that he sent this to me. So cool. I was entranced, literally, listening to the loop remix. And it's like, at first I didn't even recognize it was my music. And then it came through and it's like, wow, this is way cool. People send me cool stuff. This is one of the coolest things I've ever received. And I just wanted to acknowledge that again. Thank you, Stanlow Crickets. They also sent me this. And this is a less, this didn't turn out. It's one of those deals where you can have a record cut. Oh, there's two in here. Now, see, I'm okay. I'm embarrassed. Stanlow Crickets, I didn't even realize this was inside. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I knew this was in there. And it has some of my music on it, but the signal didn't come through, okay? I mean, it's barely, you can barely hear it, and even then it's distorted. But I'm sorry, I didn't even know that you had done this. This is you, Stanlow Crickets, so I'm going to play this. People are so kind. And as I'm looking at this, I'm realizing there's probably other stuff in my collection that I know nothing about, and it's sitting right under my nose, and I've just somehow missed it. But I wanted to point these out and say thank you so much, Stanlow Crickets. Time for more coffee. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. I could keep going and going and going, but I'm going to stop there. Folks, take care.